If the marriage business goes broke, it's not accidental. It's because men are getting smarter by the day. Back in the day, somehow it made sense to celebrate weddings, invite friends and family, and eat delicious food. But not anymore. Why? Now it's all a sort of masquerade where a man and a woman look like they love each other, but in many cases, it's only the man who really loves her, while she's got a backup plan, or rather, a Chad, in the back burner. Yeah, it's sad, but that's the raw reality. Women can pretty much do whatever they want during their prime, including getting ran through and collecting contacts they can use whenever they want. If the husband is quote-unquote absent because he's out there getting that money and providing for the family, she's encouraged by society to invoke her right to be pleased. But no one talks about how much men suffer even though they do all the things right.
67% of marriages end in divorce, right? But 80% of them are initiated by women. So you think divorce is this, sort of this equaling the playing field thing for men and women, but it's not. It's mostly women leaving their men, leaving their husbands, destroying their families, strong independent. Now, 93% of alimony is paid from men to women, so you can leave your man, but you can take all his money. It doesn't go the other way around. So if women are so strong and independent, why is that the case? Why isn't it the other way around? Well, 83% of women receive primary custody of their children. Those may seem like wins, but 72% of inmates in state prisons were raised by single mothers. So having babies, taking the money, taking the baby is only putting your children in jail. It's not helping anyone. So feminism, congratulations.
In today's video, we're taking a look into why men are giving up on the idea of marrying and what they're doing instead. I promise that not marrying a modern woman is the best decision you can ever make. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Sultan Abdul Malik 4315. He said, "The title is what I've been thinking for a long time. If you read classic or ancient literature, women don't want to be equal, women want to be special." That's right, we're all equal, but some are more equal than others, clearly. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
Imagine the bustling scene of modern dating, filled with hopes, expectations, and connections. For men, of course, but beneath the surface, a storm is brewing. Men aren't giving up on finding love or companionship, but something unsettling is happening. The rise of casual encounters and the reality that women are engaging in more promiscuous behavior before settling down has cast doubt on the idea of meaningful commitment. It's like trying to navigate turbulent waters. The fear of investing emotions and time into a chick who might lack the same level of commitment can make even the bravest hesitate to take the plunge. Let's be clear, men wanted companionship and love, but there's a growing unease, and rightfully so. The modern dating scene is full of fleeting connections, and this temporary nature raises concerns about true commitment. This uncertainty is causing even the most determined individuals to second-guess diving in. The storm in these waters is due to a shift in cultural norms. The idea of commitment and courtship is changing, with women increasingly engaging in short-term encounters before settling down. This fact challenges the promise of a strong partnership, which has taken a back seat. It's like trying to navigate through rough seas with a compass that can't find true north. For those who value traditional values, this shift feels like sailing without a clear direction. The fear of investing emotions and time into something that might not last is enough to keep anyone on the shore. This situation strikes a chord with men who question the modern approach to romance. While tradition seems to have been left behind for women, men are still expected to adhere to their traditional roles. In other words, being a provider and protector, a six-figure earner, a nice person, but not too nice and all that good stuff. This imbalance leaves many men feeling disillusioned. In this uncertainty, the belief that commitment goes both ways seems to have been lost. This sentiment reflects a broader fear, the fear of putting your heart into something only for it to be thrown away for the next exciting thing. That's what modern women are up to. They're always out there looking for bigger and better deals. It's crucial to note that this isn't about avoiding love or companionship, it's about seeking genuine connections that honor commitment and shared values. So, if women don't offer any of that, men retaliate and prefer playing it safe instead of putting their dicks inside the wrong women. The unsettling observation of the modern dating scene has become a rallying point for men who desire meaningful relationships but feel like they're swimming against the current of a changing culture, a culture of decay, degradation, promiscuity, and every bad thing under the sun. While the waters of modern romance remain turbulent, men are looking for hope, a sign that their desire for lasting commitment isn't in vain. The storm might be strong, but within it lies the potential for a fresh narrative that values commitment, loyalty, and true partnership. The reality, though, in the West, there are little to no women who can offer all those virtues. In the heart of this storm, a new way of approaching romance is waiting to be discovered, one that embraces timeless values and paves the way for stronger connections. But the question is, are modern women offering that in the first place? Nope. But they get mad when other women bring all those things to the table.
What is going on, Passport Bros? I don't see no pictures. I don't see no women coming on here on your behalf saying, yes, I openly received your American man because you didn't want him.
There are millions more like me over here, just waiting to have a shot at making your man happy.
So when they come to our country, we treat them as a king and we value them and appreciate them.
Are you trying to stop me from helping future king to find their Filipina queens? Not gonna happen. So my friends, especially to my chocolate kings, please protect me from all the hyenas who wants to stop me from finding your Filipina queen.
Stop questioning men who exercise their options.
Traditional women and potential wives are all that men ask for, but modern women ain't none of that. You see, in the journey through modern relationships, men find themselves facing a sea of shifting dynamics. The contemporary landscape calls for women to embark on a journey of exploration, delving into multiple partnerships, engaging in sexual experimentation, and finally choosing a life cuck. I mean partner. Yeah, right after a lifelong carousel. This societal shift has given rise to a complex situation, one that is marked by challenges. To put it plainly, the waters have become turbulent, and men are left questioning the impact of these changing tides. Let me give you an example. Imagine a ship at sea, trying to navigate through a storm. The waves are tumultuous, crashing against the vessel from all sides. Similarly, the call for women to embrace a series of sexual encounters has created a stormy environment, mostly because women's pair bonding skills go down the drain after riding the entire block. The very foundation of traditional relationships has been shaken, leaving men to wrestle with doubts about the consequences of these cultural shifts. It's a situation akin to steering through treacherous waters, where the path ahead is uncertain and the potential repercussions remain unclear. Or not.
Women are now being blind to this reality. So they're thinking like, oh, I could be feminine and I could do everything else. But if my body count is high, guys just have to accept that. That's just guys being picky. No, it's nasty what you're doing. Guys cannot stomach women who have no dignity and self-respect like this and no respect for their bodies and are loose with their bodies with a whole bunch of men. It sickens them. They are not putting a ring on that.
Within this tempest, another group of men find themselves in a unique struggle. These are men who hold firm to specific morals and sometimes religious values, or both. Values that emphasize commitment, loyalty, and traditional family structures. For them, the prevailing winds of change bring forth a profound dilemma. The realization that many women today may not uphold virginity before marriage, combined with the pervasive culture of exploration, aka hookups, casts a shadow of doubt over the sea of paternity. The foundational question of who is the father takes on a heightened significance, and men are navigating these waters like sailors without a compass. Make paternity tests mandatory. Modern problems, modern solutions. Just practicality. Nothing personal. Think of it this way. Setting sail without a compass is to embark on a journey with no clear direction. In the same vein, men are entering relationships without the certainty they once took for granted. The fear of the unknown echoes loudly as they wonder whether the children they raise are truly their own. The undercurrent of doubt tugs at their thoughts, leaving them wrestling with the implications for future generations. It's important to emphasize that these sentiments aren't rooted in a fear of change or an aversion to evolving societal norms. Instead, they underscore the very essence of human nature, the desire for stability, authenticity, and the assurance that one's efforts are invested in a fruitful endeavor. Like, is that too much to ask? In a rapidly changing world, where navigating the sea of relationships has become increasingly complex, men are grappling with the ramifications of these shifting dynamics. As men, we encounter the stormy seas of changing dynamics. The cultural call for women to explore their options, coupled with the tension between traditional values and societal shifts, has created a turbulent environment. Just as a ship battles the waves, men find themselves contending with uncertainty and doubt. The tempestuous winds of change have reshaped the course of relationships, and men are seeking a steady compass to guide them through these uncharted waters.
Son, never allow the state to decide. You notice how I'm not going to say marriage. Do get married or don't get married. But never let the state decide how you're going to live, what's going to happen to your access to your kids and your wealth. Bad news. 4 to 5 divorces originate from women. Women get incredibly bored a lot faster in long-term relationships and marriages than men do. Men, it kind of like goes a little slower over time. Women, it's like, I do, honeymoon phase, boom. Couple kids, boom, right? So you just have to understand that that's a propensity of the way things usually go. 90% of alimony flows to women. 80% of custody orders are awarded to mothers. There is zero incentive in family law, the way that it's written throughout most of the Western world, for women to behave well in a divorce. 50% of first marriages fail, 75% of second marriages. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't get in a plane with a parachute if they said, well, there's about half a chance this parachute's going to open.
The modern world, as you can see, offers zero incentives to get married. Plus, here comes one of the reasons that serve as icing on the cake to the decline: social media. In the contemporary landscape, the allure of social media has ushered in a new challenge, one that's equivalent to navigating treacherous shores in the realm of relationships. The irresistible need for constant validation and the deceptive guise of connectivity have combined to shape an environment filled with distractions. As men set forth to traverse these uncharted waters, they often find themselves away from authentic human connections. It's as though they're embarking on a trip accompanied by a crew that's perpetually scanning the horizon for the next captivating island, all the while losing sight of the genuine journey that lies ahead. You're heading to relational success while her ass is out there for business. More disgusting than Japanese radioactive waters. As we delve deeper into this intricate terrain, the allure of social media's validation becomes difficult to resist. It's like an unending chorus of applause, compelling modern women to seek external endorsement for every action they take. This quest for validation, frequently at the expense of real-world interactions, has given rise to a multitude of superficial connections. In navigating this digital expanse, men are frequently led astray by the mirage of camaraderie. It's comparable to navigating alongside shipmates who are more concerned with tallying likes and comments than with plotting a course of meaningful significance. Adding another layer of complexity is the prevailing approach to modern relationships, which appears to be navigating on shaky grounds. Women, influenced by the societal tides, are often observed embracing a more provocative style and engaging in fleeting encounters. The allure of short-term thrills, coupled with the misguided notion that time is an infinite resource, fuels the flames of temptation. It's akin to journeying alongside a fellow sailor who revels in the ephemeral excitement of brief diversions, all the while overlooking the potential for a journey of profound and enduring resonance. Imagine being aboard a ship, sailing across open waters. Suddenly, a plethora of islands, each glittering with the allure of quick pleasures, comes into view. The allure is potent. The temptation to dock at these islands and relish immediate gratification is undeniable. This mirrors the contemporary dating landscape, where individuals are enticed by the promise of rapid gratification and instantaneous thrills. Regrettably, this constant hopping from island to island often leads to missed opportunities for more profound connections, much like a ship that fits between islands, never truly experiencing the vast depths of the open sea. Within this context, the traditional pursuit of enduring relationships appears to have taken a back seat. Men, in their quest for meaningful companionship, often grapple with steering through the tumultuous waters of social media. The sea of digital platforms has fostered an environment where genuine connections can be eclipsed by the allure of fleeting distractions and attention-seeking endeavors. It's imperative for men to recognize that genuine relationships necessitate a conscious shift in focus, moving away from the transient allure and towards the profound journey of cultivating authentic connections. So, for the men who are embarking on these shores, take heed. While the coastlines of social media may sparkle with instantaneous validation, genuine treasures lie deeper within the waters of sincere human interaction. Refrain from being ensnared by the enticements that gleam like alluring islands on the distant horizon. Instead, set your compass towards the vast expanse of authentic connections, where depth and authenticity await your discovery. Just as a seasoned sailor avoids treacherous reefs, you too can sidestep attention-seeking distractions and embark on a voyage that leads to the kind of meaningful relationships you earnestly desire. The process of navigating the shores of social media addiction demands a resolute choice, a choice to resist the pull of superficial validation and embrace the challenge of forging genuine connections. Always bear in mind that it's the journey beneath the surface that holds the most priceless treasures, and it's entirely within your power to steer your ship toward the profound waters of authentic companionship.
Is there actually, would you say social media made women worse? I would say social media made women worse. I would say social media it gave them more attitude, more entitlement, and more access to men to be as slutty as they want. So would you say in your 20s dating was easier? In my 20s I was in a long-term relationship, but the friends that I yeah, it was definitely easier because and also because it was more face-to-face social. Like you just said, people are actually interacting with people on their phone, and it's not really an interaction.
This time, instead of visual, she used audio fantasies. Okay, audio fantasies. The only difference in the script in the audio fantasies was, so she used female stranger, a female friend, a male stranger and a male friend, and then a longtime lover. And a stranger you just met, right, a stranger. Here's what happened. Female strangers were twice as arousing as the female friends fantasy. Male strangers were 8 times more arousing than the longtime friends. So you're f***ed if you're in the friend zone, in other words, right? 8 times more. She'd rather hook up with you if she just met you. And here's the scariest part. When they swapped out a stranger versus longtime lover, it was almost equal. In fact, the stranger was a little bit more arousing. This means you could be married for 40 years. None of that matters, because you could just introduce to her a hot guy in an alleyway. She could be just as aroused. What does this say? What happened to they can only be aroused with emotional connection?
The marriage landscape is undergoing massive shifts, and the reasons are far from coincidental. Men are becoming increasingly discerning, understanding that the conventional paradigms of commitment and loyalty are fading. In this evolution, the allure of social media and the prevailing culture of promiscuity have combined to create a climate of uncertainty, dissuading men from embracing matrimony. It's a calculated response, driven by rationality rather than resentment. The once traditional celebrations surrounding weddings have given way to skepticism and caution. The veneer of love that often adorns weddings can mask an unsettling reality. In many instances, it's the man who invests genuine affection, while his partner maintains a backup plan, perhaps even a Chad on standby. While a reality check, this truth is becoming more apparent as time goes on. Modern women often capitalize on the leniency afforded to them during their prime years, forging various connections and amassing contacts for future convenience. Meanwhile, men, while diligently providing for their families, find themselves in a situation largely unaddressed by societal discourse. The dating landscape is witnessing a revolution, and men are taking notice. Casual flings are on the rise, fostering doubt about the authenticity of commitment in an era dominated by fleeting connections. It's comparable to navigating tumultuous waters where fear of emotional investment without reciprocity leaves even the most courageous men hesitant to embark. Men aren't renouncing genuine affection and companionship, and, in fact, even go abroad to get just that. Rather, they are grappling with the disconcerting realization that is casting doubt on lasting partnerships. The surge in brief encounters, coupled with the reality of increased promiscuity among women, has led to a crisis of confidence in the longevity of relationships. It's akin to setting sail without a clear course, as the uncertainty of the voyage stifles even the boldest adventurers. Better stay safe in your islands, and don't let these women make you think they can bring anything new to your life. If at all, they'll give you problems. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.